Okay, so let's take a look at this problem. This is asking us to use the first derivative number line below to determine if there's a min, a max, inflection points, or nothing at f equals 3. Now, the first thing we have to remember here is that first derivatives only talk about maximums, minimums, intervals of increase, and intervals of decrease. So the other option would be nothing, right? It could be nothing, but the key to this is it can't be an inflection point, not an option. So if I look at this, we're saying at f equals 3, so we are focusing in on this point right here. Now, how do we read a first derivative number line? Well, what we're going to say is we're going to look at each of the values to the left and to the right of the 0 that we're checking, because we can see that the y value is 0. That's what that point means. So now, if we know it's 0, that means that we know our graph was decreasing, went flat, went to 0, and then started decreasing again, because the first derivative values are negative, which means the graph was decreasing. The original function f of x was decreasing. So therefore, I can see here that it's not a max nor a min, so it is nothing. Now, this is just one example of what the graph might look like, which would imply an inflection point, but it doesn't have to be. We don't have enough information to make that decision. All I know at this point is it's not a max and it's not a min. So we're going to say nothing. Now, if the problem didn't ask for f of 3, what if the problem asked for an f of negative 1? Well, then what would that look like? Well, now we're focusing on this point over here. And we can see we have another 0. And I'm going to refocus over to the left. We can see we had positive first derivatives. To the right, we had negative first derivatives. So that would mean my graph was going up, and then it went through a slope of 0, and then it started going down, right? So my graph might look, might look something like that. Hey, look at that. That means we had a maximum there. So this is how we interpret a first derivative number line. I hope this helps.